Hey there, Darkstar here. We are in a new plane today on our latest leg 16 of the world tour, going from Port Harcourt to Pointe-Noire, which will be in the Republic of Congo, I believe. We're heading down the coast here. We might get some storms. Let's see what happens there. Did get the new Sovereign Plus, so I did a quick familiarization run. Yeah, there we go. So alright, let's jump over a new flight in say intentions. Alright, so this plane has a bunch of walk-around features. Pretty cool. The door is interesting to open. If you leave it this way, all these things are separate, and you have like all the click spots for opening panels. Don't think there's anything to do on the front landing gear on this one. Like even these are separate, that's nice. That is the engine spinning. Doesn't quite have winglets. You've got individual battery disconnects you can do. You can do hydraulic servicing. We're gonna get the external power receptacle there. I think this is the lavatory servicing. And up there, I believe, is oxygen servicing. So is that right? It's got yeah, individual engine covers as well. Very nice. And this has a whole bunch of click spots. There's your battery disconnect. So if you get into there, you can actually disconnect the battery. These have covers, but they don't seem to start with them on. I don't know if you have to put them on, but that's a lot of little individual static wick covers. And apparently it also has antenna covers, but again, they don't seem to come on either. So I don't know. Again, maybe you have to put them on. And one of the coolest things I found is you can actually walk up and into the plane. Now you can't control it yet. You still have to like do the little magic thing. And of course if you run all your water out, it runs out on the tarmac and you have to do that. So I can't quite interact with things yet, but you can walk up into the plane and then shift into pilot seat. There are a couple things you can only do from here. One of which, so let's get the red carpet out and the Rolls Royce. So we got the VIP treatment there. And unlike many of the others, this has noise cancellation click spot. You can also change it in your settings here. Alright, so let's say if we hook up a ground power unit, does that give us available power? It does. Alright, so let's get the batteries on and go external power. Standby power needs to be on, apparently, to do something. Let's get all our passenger stuff on, and these armed. It's not dark, so we're going to leave those off. You got floods. Now last time when I used the floods, they were flickering, so I don't know. One thing we want to do, actually, let's get the chocks on. You don't want to take the chocks off until you fully set the brakes. So let's go. So you turn the APU on, and then you wait for it to become available here. Run some self-test first. Oh, and we're going to have to turn that off. Okay. So once the APU shows up here,
system test.
You can do a start when you're ready. All right. Pre-flight inspection. I don't know what that is. Nose landing gear, torque blink. I don't think there's a linkage here. No. I'm gonna hope we're okay. Okay, all the covers are removed. Circuit breakers, they do work. Those are all good. Emergency light switch, that's gonna be up here. Already did that. Standby power's on. Verify initialize before APU or engine start. Okay. And batteries on. Oxygen quantity. What we're gonna do here, we're gonna put this guy on. Let's see, I'm gonna put that over there. I want to control over here. And then on this one, I want to put that one here and go aircraft systems. You can go through all of these. You got electrical, fuel, hydraulics, summary. I'm going to see we've got good O2 on both sides. Ah, oh, shoot. Summary. Drag that over. Go checklist. Okay. Whoops. Okay, oxygen quantity is good. And then we are good to do an APU start if we want. I think I'm just gonna do GPU start. APU bleed air on. No, let's do this first. So what we want to do here is we want to go to flight, and let's load our flight plan. Make sure this is the right one. Yes. As our weather charts, we can go departure, airport, pin that, yes, finally. And we go fuller screen. I guess you can hide that too. Alright, so under access, we can see everything that's open. We've got the GPU door here, that's going to be connected. We'll need to come back to that. Ground, we can do all that stuff here. Payload we can import from SimBrief. Let's just add some fuel. Oh, and one thing I found is that on SimBrief, I had to go modify the plane to make the passenger weight 210. So I modified that from the default, and that made the payload match. Otherwise my payload wasn't matching, and my weight in here in the FMS wasn't matching. So I might want to watch out for that. Okay, batteries are connected, hydraulic system's good, vanity has water, O2 is all good, nitrogen is good. So the only thing we're gonna need to do now is ground and access cover. Oops. Randomly click something. Let's turn off the blue things. Alright, okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go with an APU start now. Pretty noisy though. I want to get bleed air on. We'll want to get interior electric on. Alright, there it is. Bleed air on, max cooling. Go ahead and do the cockpit voice recorder test. Okay. So, interior. Tail flood we don't need on. Landing gear handle is down. Cockpit voice recorder done. Control lock we can release. Initialize perf and systems. Okay, weight and fuel. The magic number here is 898. Payload, 8 passengers, 210 pounds, 240 pounds of cargo. Puts me right about where I should be. Fuel onboard sink. Landing. Takeoff. Okay, now. This did not work before, even though I've linked all my stuff in. In theory, I should be able to get my flight plan here. Ah, there we go. So you have to link this in both the EFB and the GTC here. So apparently they're separate. Alright, there's our flight plan, import. Alright, departure procedure. Do we have one? Let's see. No, I don't think we want a departure procedure. We're gonna not do that. And then arrival, I don't think we have either. Let's take a look in the good Navigraph. Okay, let's grab that plan. If we're going into 17, well, let's look at departures here first of all. Do we have a good departure? I'm gonna go with no. So we don't have an arrival to 17. We just have an approach. Zulu. Probably just this one. Okay, let's do Zulu. Let me see what that was again. Okay, it's Borka that we want. No. Load. Alright, flight plan is set. Our departure runway, we're thinking it's going to be 3. We really should get our clearance first. Let's do that real quick. Port Harcourt Tower, Citation 750 Delta X-ray. Can we get our IFR clearance to Foxtrot Charlie Papa Papa?
Citation 0 Delta X-ray. Clear to Pointe-Noire via the AKDIT to Sierra departure. Then as filed. Runway 03. Initial climb. Flight level 040. Departure on 124.9er. Squawk 3474.
We'll kind of ignore that departure. Clear to Pointe-Noire via the AKDI to Sierra departure, then is followed. Runway 03, initial climb, flight level 040. Departure on 124.9er, squawk 3474.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray. Readback correct.
Alright, takeoff config, flaps 1, set flaps 1, make sure that goes away, there. Right, 105, 107, and then we go through all the tests.
Good afternoon and welcome aboard. On behalf of the entire crew, including myself, Anika Menon, and my colleagues, we are pleased to have you with us today on this flight, operated by our airline. We will be flying to Antonio Agostinho Neto International Airport. Please take your seats according to your boarding passes and kindly store your hand luggage either in the overhead bins or under the seat in front of you. Should you require any assistance at any time, do not hesitate to reach out to any member of our crew. Thank you for choosing to fly with us.
3474.
And we wish you a comfortable journey.
Left engine fire. Right engine fire. Left engine fire. Right engine fire. Left engine fire. Right engine fire. Baggage fire. Baggage fire. Baggage fire.
Okay, stable, trim. Okay, catering, water, ice, trash, cabin seats, blah, 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 blah. I think we're all good there.
5 November X-ray Sierra, Mike, ready to taxi.
All enunciator
5
lights.
November X-ray Sierra. Mike, runway 3 taxi via Alpha.
Runway 3 taxi via Alpha 5 November X-ray Sierra, Mike.
Temperatures would fall under here, cabin, pressure, cabin, management. Let's go ahead and set the entry lights and the overheads. And let's see. Temp, there it is. Okay, yeah, those are all set. Okay, we've got the APU running. We should have hydraulics. So let's make sure we can. Okay. Okay, so I think the parking brakes are on. How do we verify for sure that they're on? I don't know, but we're gonna remove the wheel chocks and we're gonna remove the ground equipment because we've got the APU on. And then remember, we need to go to access and have them close that cover. We'll close the carbon, you know what I mean. Let's get rid of the red carpet and the Rolls Royce and close the main cabin. Okay, all access is good, all ground is done, payload is set, hydraulics, everything here was okay. Alright. Now we're hoping we got the parking brakes on. Wheel chocks are removed, payments are done, static wicks are uncovered, cabin door is closed, cabin curtain is open. Hello, co-pilot. Crew seat, safety, seat belts, CCAS. Let's go back to summary and go back to init.
5 November X-ray Sierra Mike, holding short of 3, ready to go.
5 November X-ray Sierra. Mike, winds calm, runway 3, cleared for takeoff. Have a good flight.
We're still good on fuel
Clear takeoff 3,
quantity.
5 November X-ray Sierra Mike.
Departure route, we've got planned. Passenger briefing. There's actually a thing. Let's see, we go. Where do we go?
5 November Oscar uniform. Juliet, ready to taxi to the active for VFR pattern work. 5 November Oscar uniform. Juliet, taxi to runway 3 at your discretion.
Taxi to runway 3, 5 November Oscar uniform Juliet.
Cabin speaker mute off, cabin briefing, okay. Briefing, oh maybe we don't yet? Maybe that's the... Okay. Let's see what comes up next on here. Starting engines, okay. Port Harcourt Tower, Citation 750 Delta X-ray, we're ready to push and start.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray. Push and start approved. Face southwest.
Push and start approved, face southwest. 0 Delta X-ray.
5 November X-ray Sierra. Mike, contact departure on course.
Switching to departure, 5 November X-ray Sierra Mike.
Alright, let's just go manual because we don't need to go very far.
Cabin attendants, arm doors, and cross-check. Welcome aboard. Flight
Alright.
0680.
If you bleed off.
We are flying to Antonio Agostinho Neto International Airport with an estimated
Oh, you can
flight
click
time
here and
of
turn
1
these
hour
off.
and 50 minutes. Please pay
Throttles
close
are
attention
idle.
to the safety demonstration, important even for frequent flyers. Fasten your seat belt by inserting the metal into the buckle. Tighten by pulling the strap and release by lifting the buckle. Keep your seat belt fastened when the sign is on.
These are
Return
considerably
seat backs
slower than some of the
and
other
tray
ones.
tables to upright
Right.
and
12,
open window
13.
blinds for takeoff and landing. Set mobile devices to flight mode. Larger devices
I love how it
must
gets
be
quiet
stored
there for a minute.
during takeoff and landing. Smoking and e-cigarettes are prohibited on board. Oxygen masks drop automatically if needed. Pull mask firmly. Place over nose and mouth. Breathe normally. Secure your mask before helping others. Life vests are under your seat or between seats. Put on, fasten, and inflate after leaving the
5
aircraft.
November Victor Sierra uniform
Floor
ready to
lighting
taxi.
guides to exits.
5
All
November
exits
Victor
are
Sierra
marked.
uniform. Runway
This
3 taxi
aircraft
via
has 4
Alpha.
exits. 2 front, 2
Runway
rear.
3 taxi via Alpha 5
Nearest
November
exit
Victor
may be
Sierra
behind
uniform.
Leave belongings behind in evacuation and follow crew instructions immediately. Inform crew if any device becomes hot or shows damage. Safety card has full details. Thank you for flying with us.
It's interesting, it says start downwind engine first. Which makes sense, because otherwise you're trying to start an engine that's downwind of a hot engine, hot exhaust. Alright, we already disconnected that. Verify that's on. Electric should come on. Flight controls free and correct. Now, nozzle steering disconnect I haven't found yet. I'm guessing it might be a button here or something, but I don't know. Okay, the speed brakes checked and stowed. Flight instruments, flight director set. Let's set takeoff mode. Altitude's at 4,000. Heading is already set. Alright, so supposed to do an autopilot check.
Autopilot.
And then make sure yaw dampener is off after, okay. These speeds are posted. Fuel cross speed is, we're gonna leave it as
5 November Victor
is.
Sierra uniform ready for straight out departure.
5 November Victor Sierra. Uniform. Winds calm. Runway 3. Cleared for takeoff.
Okay,
Have a good flight.
bleed air system.
Rolling 3 5 November Victor Sierra uniform.
Okay, we got good pressure there. I don't know. Okay, so that's going to be fuel. I don't know how to check the bleed air system. So I'll figure that out. Landing field elevation, we already saw. Anti-ice, we'll get on in a minute. ECAS, taxi, alright. Port Harcourt Tower, citation 750 Delta X-ray is ready to taxi.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, runway 03 taxi via Alpha.
Runway 03 taxi via Alpha, citation 0 Delta X-ray. Alright, there's that. Let's get the brakes off and check them. Hey, brakes are
5 November
good.
Victor Sierra uniform. Contact departure.
Okay, switching to departure, 5 November Victor Sierra uniform.
Sure, it's clear there. Now this would have us do an intersection A4 departure. I'm okay with that. I think it's a pretty speedy plane. Alright, we need to do a quick thrust reverser check. Yep. Alright, and that is that checklist.
Approaching runway 3.
So before takeoff, flaps verified, speed brake stowed, trim is set, anti-ice systems, once we get clearance here. Port Harcourt Tower, citation 750 Delta X-ray, holding short runway 03, ready for departure.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, runway 03, winds 360 at 11, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 03, citation 0 Delta X-ray. Alright, so there's that. Speed is FMS, radar is not needed, flight director is ready to go, crew briefing is completed. We're gonna take off, turn to the right, and get out of here. Cleared for takeoff, control lock is off, flight controls are good. Pedostatic is on, anti-ice, nothing else. Exterior lights, everything we want's on. ECAS messages, auto throttle as desired. That is, let's see, there we go. Alright, after takeoff checklist coming up.
On runway 3 remaining. 6,800 feet.
Okay, airspeed's alive. 80 knots. Well, just shy of 80. Okay, there's one and rotate. Gear coming up. Flaps coming up.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, contact departure.
Going to departure, 0 Delta X-ray. Alright, let's go, heading hold, flight level change.
124.9er.
Going to departure at 124.9er, citation 0 Delta X-ray. What's going on? Oh, I didn't hit flight level change yet. And autopilot didn't come on. Can I turn autopilot on and off? Okay, there we go. Alright, let's try that departure again. Departure citation 750 Delta X-ray is with you at 4,000.
Citation 750 Delta X-ray departure, radar contact.
Okay, let's see.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, climb flight level 220.
Climb flight level 220, citation 0 Delta X-ray. Alright, flight level change. Alright. Okay, landing gear is up. Flaps are up. Yaw dampener is on. Flight director mode is correct. Except we're gonna add nav here in a minute. And then we're gonna go ahead and go... I don't know if we can hear that.
November Juliet Lima Kilo contact port Harcourt Tower on 119.2. Over to Port Harcourt Tower, 5 November Juliet Lima Kilo, so long.
Alright, map settings, traffic on, terrain relative.
Climb flight level 320.
Climb flight level 320, citation 0 Delta X-ray. More importantly, I wanted to go ahead and go direct here. Okay, inset window, no, we don't want that over here. We do want track vector, wind vector, selected altitude arc, and we want less detail, like way less detail. Yeah, even like that.
Station 0 Delta X-ray, contact Lagos West Center on 120.9.
Lagos West Center on 120.9 or citation 0 Delta X-ray. Lagos West Center, citation 750 Delta X-ray is with you at flight level 191, climbing flight level 320. You've got the comms.
Citation 750 Delta X-ray, Lagos West Center.
I've got the comms now, Captain.
Okay, what I really want to put generally over here is weather. And now I want, but this doesn't let me set the map the way that I want. That's really annoying. I wonder, maybe we can do it like this and just
Citation
put
0
the,
Delta X-ray, climb flight level 400.
just put the
flight level
weather on
400,
here.
citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Four zero zero. If that would show me the weather, that would be awesome, basically.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, contact Lagos East Center on 127.3.
Contacting Lagos East Center on 127.3. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Okay, I don't know why that's on that. We're climbing. We're okay. Pack safety can come off, and these can definitely come off, and this can come off.
Citation 750 Delta X-ray, Lagos East Center identified. Good afternoon. South Home Control, SQ Airline 60, flight level 320.
Landing taxi all off. Okay. All right, and then barrow. Seatbelts off if we wish. No turbulence to speak of, so we will do that. Exterior lights pulse off. I don't think you're really supposed to use those. When you have landing lights on, these do nothing. This is like a dimmer landing light, and this alternates the landing lights on. There's no point in having these on and these on. Now when you don't have landing lights on and you want to like blink your lights, you can do that. That's normally related to a TCAS to help another pilot see you. Anyway.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, climb flight level 430.
Alright.
Climbing flight level 430, citation 750 Delta X-ray.
430. Alright, let's see what's in store for us here. We don't need that actually. Oh, wait. That one. Now we want to go to our arrival airport. And we want to pin. I don't think we're going to use an arrival. Because none connect to where we're going. That was fine. We are going to use an approach. I think it will be this one. But we're done with these, so let's close those out. And then just in case, we'll pin these in. And then our airport info, we can kind of preview that. Yeah, that one we definitely want. This seems backwards. Green should be on and dark should be off. But I don't know. Not that big a deal. Okay. So Borka at 2,000 minimums, let's call it. I don't know, we're probably B, right? 315. I think there's an easy access for that here. Minimums. Now I can't remember what they were. 315. Let's just check our PFD settings. Winds 1, angle of attack always on. Barrow unit. Yeah, why is that inches?
Contact Lagos West Center on 120.9er.
Contacting Lagos West Center on 120.9er. Citation 750 Delta X-ray. Lagos West Center. Citation 750 Delta X-ray. Good afternoon. Climbing through flight level 340 for flight level 430.
Citation 750 Delta X-ray, Lagos West Center, identified. Hello.
Let's see, do we want a... Apparently we don't get one with this up here. Which is okay, because we can do like... No, we don't want to do that. But like this map can be for other things. You do traffic or whatever.
5 November X-ray Sierra, Mike fly direct. Final. Cleared for the ILS runway 26 approach. Descend and maintain altitude 3,500 feet until established altimeter 1010.
In the descent for 3500 cleared for the ILS 26 approach 5 November X-ray Sierra Mike.
Okay, let's just do a quick fuel check. Why is it not working? Because I'm on the wrong screen? I've got this one, no, I've got that one selected. Okay, here we go.
ASCII Airline 60, contact South to make control on 127.5.
So plenty of fuel.
127.5, ASCII Airline 60, thanks for the help.
Let's see now, is there a, I've already done all these. I changed some of these as well. Back. That's kind of cool. I like it. So let's see, services, cars. was Foxtrot, Charlie Papa Papa. Maybe that's why it was failing. Okay. Let's see, DNKK maybe? I don't know, I can't log in. I probably should have checked this before we got off the ground. Would have been fun to use a CCC thing.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, contact Lagos East Center on 127.3.
Contacting Lagos East Center on 127.3. Citation 750 Delta X-ray. Lagos East Center, citation 750 Delta X-ray. Good afternoon at flight level 430.
Citation 750 Delta X-ray, Lagos East Center identified. Hello, good afternoon.
Why are we going 692?
Dear guests, we will now begin our snack and beverage service. Today, you can enjoy our signature spiced chai and freshly baked samosas, both favorites on the menu. After the service, selected items from our in-flight shop will be available for your convenience. Thank you for flying with us, and please let us know if you need any assistance.
One thing I did notice in my one test flight is that this plane is pretty slippery. It will overspeed. Okay, cruise at Mach 7.9, descend at Mach 7.5. We'll see what happens. So that's Mach 7.9. That's right up against the barber pole. Let's go for a 300. Oops. 300. 7.8. Okay, that gives us just a little buffer. Oh, I missed my Mach 0.9. This thing is a turtle by comparison. Oh, look over here, we got stuff. Alright, I think the cabin's all good. It's very similar to a Longitude. So if you, I've flown the Longitude a lot, so this is all pretty familiar. Still takes a while to get everything set up.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray. Contact South Home Control on 127.5.
Contacting South Home Control on 127.5. Citation 750 Delta X-ray. South Home Control, Citation 750 Delta X-ray. Good afternoon. Maintaining flight level 430.
Okay, let's check
Citation
our...
750 Delta X-ray, South Home Control identified. Good afternoon.
Up and descend in 1 hour. Alright, we're cruising. Got our top of descent marker on here.
ASCII Airline 60, contact low center on 124.6.
124.6 for ASCII Airline 60.
For some reason we don't have any people loaded. I don't know why. There's something in here about show people, but I think I turned it all on. So I have realistic parking brake, and I locked auto throttle on so that bumping the throttle doesn't shut it off. Especially on landing, I need to match my physical throttle to the auto throttle so I can turn it off. So I think this is a good thing to have. I don't think this is working exactly. I think it's just lowering it. Let's turn that on and see if it starts lowering it again. I thought the lowering thing was kind of cool. Alright, we can turn on noise cancellation here for a bit. Don't want any of that. We've got our sim brief stuff in here. We've got our ACARs dialed in. So those are things you would need to go set. You've got an expanded checklist that you can go through here if you want that. So all in all, pretty cool stuff. Yeah, this is the auto hide thing. It'll kind of lowers the yoke when you need to look over it. Oh yeah, one other thing, it has a actual oxygen test. Can't believe I forgot that. Don't know why we're not seeing any people, but we have these in-flight things, your trip. It's just the same map, yeah. Preferences, distance units. Wait a minute. It needs a Wi-Fi password. What's up? Scenes. Nearby places. That's pretty cute. Okay, we can not change the temperature. Give me what? Lower the nearby shades. Close all, open all. Reading light on, reading light off. Surprised you don't just click the light. medium. Texting, I wonder what that actually does. Oh, it joins the Discord. Okay, audio, yeah, you can play some music in theory. No video. Be cool if there was some way to load video. Okay, I'm not a fan. But cool. Be cool if you could load your own audio tracks or something. And you need stream safe audio tracks and not so safe. Oh, it's a little storage thing. Okay. Of course. Now, how do we close it? Uh-oh. He's got a little crack there. Okay. Now I can't close the thing. There we go. Water on, water off. Shades down, shades up. If it were night, we'd okay, there's a light. Little extra seating, so to speak. Does it have a... Yes, of course. Now, one of these is supposed to be like the master one or something. Lights. Okay. The seats rotate just a little bit. Headrests don't seem to operate. I don't really care that much. I don't even care about the twisting, but it is kind of cool that they would implement that. Don't click that. Lighting controls around here? Nope. Okay, I've got a viewpoint here, and one there, and one there, and one over here. I think those are good spots. Because you're front facing in like a reasonable sort of way. Most of the seats are well forward of the wing, aren't they? Kind of cool. Oh, great. So I'm in version 1.0 of this plane off the marketplace, and they just released 1.03, so I'm already 3 releases behind. Alright, how are we looking? 49 minutes to top of descent. I think we've got most of our setups done. Oh, that is bright. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know that any of those really. It's got the usual. I mean, it's so much better on the computer. Oops. Although I think we just, well, I don't know, for some reason this isn't displaying the weather. It says connects radar, but it's not showing it. Oh yeah, let's see. Some of these are often good to change. Motion vector, relative, altitude display, relative, auto. Yeah, we want auto on that. Then if we put traffic up there, we get traffic settings, and again we could put okay, it's got the same setting, I guess. That seems like a good way to run. And of course you can just full screen that guy when you don't need it. I'd like to get this one on something I can just leave it forever, so I don't have to go mess with it. It would also be nice if it remembered the settings from run to run. Let's kind of preview our checklist. So we just need to do the basics there. Approach looks pretty basic. Landing data. Exterior lights. You know what we might want to do? Well, this doesn't have gravity crossfeed, right? See if we can pull from left bank. I can't find the manual for this thing either. Start an APU if we want. Before landing, gear flaps, speed brakes. pass, autopilot, yada yada.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray. Contact Libreville Control on 126.5.
Contacting Libreville Control on 126.5. Citation 750 Delta X-ray. Libreville Control, Citation 750 Delta X-ray. Good afternoon, with you flight level 430.
So what do the
Citation
seatbelt
750
sides
Delta
actually
X-ray.
do?
Libreville Control identified. Good afternoon.
That's just that? I don't like that. I'll just leave that on from now on. There's no more smoking on my plane. What's wrong with you people? So yeah, this little click is real nice, so you can see things and access the GTCs. I wonder how that works in real life. I guess in real life you're like just reaching over them. Let's see. There's no cruise message. Okay, but why are we not hearing it? All audio in here, maybe? Uh-huh. Services. Okay, that should be changed by that as well. Co-pilot passenger. Can't pick these. It's annoying. Speaker. Services. I don't know, but I can't hear it. Is it still playing? Audio. I just heard a chime. Cool. I guess it chimed when they balanced out. Let's see. clicks off. Wow, is it still playing? I guess we are technically over water. To the Google! So I might lose my flight here. So we're getting storms at an inopportune moment. I want storms in my flight simulator. So I'm hoping we don't have a big lightning strike power loss. Yeah, there's pretty intense storms right now. My dog is freaking out. Huh. Did not picture those going to the southwest though. You never get stuff moving to the southwest. Look, the worst of it is broken up and passed by. Hopefully we'll be okay. Lots of lightning though. A lot of chat in the C680 chat. Someone's asking how to get the yaw dampener off, and someone said use circuit breakers. Oh, that's cool. Oh, okay, that's what that does. It's an extra click spot. Clicky spot. Let's see, let's go back to flight. Yeah, that's all we're gonna need on there. Got our approach loaded up. My dog is so freaked out. Not my dog, but the dog. It's a dog. Oops, I'm so sorry. Let's do the obligatory flyby and see if that works. I've had some issues with ChasePlane. Interesting, whatever it is, shadowing there or something. So the dynamic livery isn't working here. Got it here. Didn't put it on the outside. It says we should get the update tomorrow or Thursday. Reduce VRAM usage. Added 1 minute to TOD oral. Added noise cancellation effect to the speakers when music is being played and the headset is on. Added native compatibility to load and display passengers. Okay. Significantly reduced VRAM usage. Packs. Where's your change log, people? Oh. Okay.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, descent in about 20 minutes. Notify if you're ready to descend before that.
We'll notify you if we're ready to descend earlier. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
And now I can't remember what I was looking for a bit ago. I'll have to try again later with this CPDLC. So far, don't have that working. Oh, I remember what it was. How do I hear the services or was the cabin briefing? Okay, seems to be a known bug. Oh, it seems like I turned off the vanity light. Cool. I think those are basically all auto. too far out from top of descent. This would be a cool click spot that would put your camera lined up in the right place. So quiet with that thing on. I'm gonna go external view though, that's gonna be loud. I don't have a red and black livery. I'm gonna need to find something. Stupid dog. Come on. Chill. I forgot what I was looking for. I wish that wasn't so loud. So I'm wondering what CWS actually does on this plane, if anything. Oh, the liveries. That's one thing I wanted to look for. How are there already liveries out? I wish when you're looking at something in FlightSim.to you could say find others like this. Like I want things compatible with the same plane and the same sim. Not seeing an easy way to do that. Let's see if we can search. Looks like two out by the same person. Don't like either one of them. I guess I wait. Man, FlightSim.to is so pop-up hungry. think it's top
Citation
descent
0
time.
Delta X-ray. Whenever you'd like descend, flight level 300.
Descending flight level 300, citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Okay. Let's go ahead and start it. So I'll go VS mode. And that will let it start slowing down.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray. Descend flight level 300.
Descending flight level 300, citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have left our cruising altitude and have started our approach to Antonio Agostinho Neto International Airport. Please return to your seats, stow your tables, fasten your seat belts, and note that the lavatories are now unavailable for use. Thank you for your cooperation.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray. Descend flight level 240.
Descending flight level 240, citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray. Descend flight level 230.
Descending flight level 230, citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray. Contact weather control on 121.1.
Contacting browser control on 121.1, citation 750 Delta X-ray. Browser control citation 750 Delta X-ray. Good evening, flight level 390 for flight level 230.
Citation 750 Delta X-ray. Browser control identified. Good evening.
Okay, let's see. We're getting directed to the RNAV 35. Let's see. That makes sense. Does if we don't go to FCPP first. There we go. Okay, we got it cleared down to 230. Oh, all these are wrong.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, descend, flight level 060.
Descending flight level 060, citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Alright, that stays the same. Oh, what happened? Okay. Approaches 35. Just in case. Let go at 2,000, max 230 knots. Okay. How does that change our minimums? Okay, 352. Where's the...
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, descend, flight level 070, turn right, heading 175. All. Sav, vectors for the RNAV runway 35 approach.
Descending flight level 070, turning right heading 175. Vectors for the RNAV runway 35 approach. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
That's weird. Okay, I can't find the hide the yoke thing. There it is. Okay, what I'm wondering is, okay. What I want is a click spot to lower it, not hide it. That way it doesn't go up and down. I want to be able to just kind of make it be lower. Alright, so let's go back to what we were doing. Perf landing data 35, weather load 1011. Oops, this one is not set yet. Let's set wind option 1. Angle of attack on. Don't want meters overlay, don't want synthetic vision, do want that. Okay. Prefer dual Q. What now? So I like the split vectors for landing and stuff, and then you got your directional vector there. For ease of reference. Right, you heathens, get your tables up.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray. Contact Decimal Noire. Approach on 125.39er.
Contacting Decimal Noire approach on 125.39. Citation 750 Delta
because
X-ray.
It's point, they pronounce it decimal. How funny.
Decimal Noire approach. Citation 750 Delta X-ray. Good evening. Descending flight level 190 for flight level 060.
Did they change it to 6 again?
Citation 750 Delta X-ray Decimal Noire approach identified. Mbotena Butumingi. Expect the RNAV runway 35 approach into Decimal Noire.
Expecting the RNAV runway 35 approach into Decimal Noire. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
One thing I like about ChasePlane is I don't bump into things. I can move my camera view where I want it. Alright, let's see, we've got landing verification. Let's go ahead and get this off and go to 1. exterior lights are all set. Landing data is confirmed. Minimums are set. Anti-ice buttons. Light instruments. Crew approach briefing. Fuel cross speed off. Yeah, it's off. Exterior lights. Passenger briefing. Doors. Crew. Seatbelts. Let's go ahead and go with the APU. Bus tie closed. APU knob on. Okay, ready. APU start. Bus tie open. And before landing, gear down, flaps, speed brakes retracted. VREF, or VREF +3 with auto throttle. Autopilot disengaged, yaw dampener disengaged. Apparently that's very important. But I don't know. Alright, we're hitting 10,000. We are below 250. And let's see, at touchdown, we deploy spoilers, we get the nose down, we deploy reversers, ease on the brakes, retract the reversers around 65 knots. Let's go ahead and go to the next
Ladies
one.
and gentlemen, as we begin our final approach into the city, please ensure all electronic devices are turned off and stored safely. Kindly put your tray tables away. Return your seat backs to the full upright position and fasten your seat belts securely. Our crew will now check to make sure everyone is seated and buckled in. The weather at our destination is warm with a temperature of 28 degrees Celsius and calm winds. Our assigned gate is Civil Apron Gate 1. Thank you for your cooperation and for flying with us today.
Alright, let's put a speed constraint here. What was the other one? 230. Wow. screaming in. I'm gonna have to use some speed brakes there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray. Turn right, heading 185.
Right heading 185. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
I don't know, maybe let's hold at 6,000. See what they do. Like, why would you vector us further out than here? If we were inside here, I could see coming out to there, but it's too far out. Okay. Interesting. Cabin internet. Oh, okay. It's so bright I could not tell what it said. That's just so far out. I need to turn on that thing where it just tells them to just vector you. This is ridiculous. plenty of a buffer, I think.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, turn right, heading 190.
Right heading 190, citation 750 Delta X-ray.
What? Yeah, not gonna do it. I need to find that setting. Realism, maybe?
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, turn right, heading 205.
Right heading 205, citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Okay, well, I turned off this, disable shortcut vectoring. I don't know if that's what this thing is doing. That's not exactly a shortcut. I'm okay with shortcuts. I'm not okay with long cuts.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, descend, flight level 030, turn left, heading 185, speed below 230 knots.
Descending flight level 030, left heading 185, speed below 230 knots, citation 750 Delta X-ray.
And now we're way high, so we're gonna have to dive. Okay, my plane.
Autopilot.
Let's go full spoilers. Let's go flaps 1. Go gear down.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, turn left, heading 340.
Left heading 340, citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Flaps 2. And what do you mean lavatory door is not open? Full flaps. I think that's our runway up there. Let's go.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, contact Decimal Noire Tower on 124.3.
Contacting Decimal Noire Tower on 124.3. Citation 750 Delta X-ray. Decimal Noire Tower, citation 750 Delta X-ray. Good evening, established on the RNAV runway 35 approach.
Okay, good. That does turn the auto opener off.
Citation 750 Delta X-ray, Decimal Noire Tower, roger, continue approach. Citation 0 Delta X-ray. Runway 35, winds 100 at 17, cleared to land.
Runway 35, cleared to land. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Got a little too far to the side there. I wasn't paying attention. This is my second landing.
Approaching runway 35.
It's definitely got some weight to it. It's kind of nice for a change. Some bumps.
Minimums.
250.
50.
$100.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Reversers out.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, welcome to Pointe-Noire. Taxi to Civil Apron Gate 1 via Bravo. Alpha monitors this frequency.
Taxi to Civil Apron Gate 1 via Bravo, Alpha. Monitoring this frequency. Citation 750 Delta X-ray.
Okay. Flaps up, spoilers up, pitot heat can come off, landing lights off, strobes off.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Antonio Agostinho Neto International Airport. Did you know that the city is named after the first president of Angola, Antonio Agostinho Neto, who was also a renowned poet? We thank you for choosing to fly with us today. Please remain seated with your seat belts fastened until we reach the final parking position. On behalf of your flight crew, thank you for flying with our airline. The current local time here is 6:01 p.m. There are no upcoming connecting flights at this gate at this time.
There's a view. Whoa, what did we hit? What in the world? Okay. Well, we're gonna call that an arrival. It seems to be another bug with ChasePlane, maybe? All right, we'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.